let's be real. Let's say some people don't have the same morals. They going after all the married folks. You know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care you married or not. Let's see what they talking
like
about.
Being messy. Okay.
Bam. You almost in 1 and 2 now. Yeah, but 1 and 3 right there. You about to get on, sister. That's you right there. Welcome, fellow travelers. We back at it again. You know what this means? We bored and we ain't got nothing else to do. But some things came to our mind that we wanted to talk about. This is your host, L. Maxwell Extraordinaire, bringing on a solo guest this time. He said he didn't want no one else on the line. He's so mad that he took some time off from his New Year's vacation on the beach. Introduce yourself for the people of the world.
Hey, name is Dexter, aka Sanitation, coming through cleaning everything up, making sure we keeping it live, we keeping it 100 over here down in Florida right now.
So I had some people ask me why would somebody name themselves Sanitation? Like, how long have you had that nickname, and how'd you come up with it?
Now, so I actually didn't come up with the nickname. My boy Drama came up with the nickname as a joke for Modern Warfare, and I just been using it ever since. Because the way I be playing the game, I just be taking everybody the trash out, just cleaning it up. So
Oh yeah, okay. So you be live on the internet shooting these folks on Warzone.
Oh yeah. So I take them out. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, just make sure you ain't next to any utility poles or electricity, bro. All right. So today's topic we want to talk about. I mean, it's a touchy subject. For some reason, that last video we did with Kevin Samuels got a lot of attention, and a whole bunch of people just started blowing it up, talking about, it's hard out here in the streets, in the dating world, if you're single, especially if you got kids. And I couldn't, I can't really touch on the subject because I've been out the game for like 10 years. I've been married for like 10 years, strong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand other people may have been in different situations, like my guy Dex here, aka Sanitation. He said he taking out the trash, but you also telling me the dating scene is trash right now. Tell us what it's like being single in these streets these days. I mean, what would you say between today and let's say 10 years ago, 15 years ago when you was out in high school and stuff? What's the difference?
Today I feel like since when you out here working, the expectations go up for a man, what they want the man to do. But sometimes for women, I feel like their expectations don't be going up either. They just want the man to do everything and have these high bars, and they ain't upgrading themselves sometimes.
Okay, hold on now. That's a loaded statement. They, them, general relations. Let me just take a step back before people cancel us. These are the opinions of one man. But I think the point that you're trying to make is at the same, if we have high expectations for others, we must first reflect individually and ask what are the expectations of ourselves. That's not fair. Whether you're a male, a female, man, woman, however you want to be addressed, it doesn't really matter. In the end of the day, you have to treat others the way you want to be treated. And I'm not trying to be religious. I'm just saying sanctimoniously, in a universal appeal, if you just want to have all your cake and not share your cake, you be like, hey, I want that German chocolate, but you handing out like peanut butter biscuits and your partner is allergic to peanut butter. Is that a fair, even exchange? You see what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I'm kind of hungry. But the point is, sometimes you just gotta just take a step back and not say what's wrong with these streets and ask maybe what's wrong with your house on the street. You know what I mean? Because what if you live in an HOA and everyone else? See, I'm just throwing out all these ad libs. What if you in the HOA and everybody's house is painted, a certain way? They take care of their yard. They'll never have trash thrown out in the front of the street. They don't have people with bullet holes shooting out the front of the door. And you the only house on the block. They show up to your house, you butt naked in the front yard in your underwear. Well, I guess that's not butt naked, but you in your front yard in your underwear, scratching your butt, drinking beer, letting it spill all over your chest, and you trying to figure out why the police keep getting called up to your house to tell you that you're doing indecent exposure. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to get in where you fit in, but sometimes if you stick out like a sore thumb, don't get surprised. Don't nobody want to mess with you, So let's take it on back. That's the
That's-
extreme case. Most people ain't bad people or crazy,
Nah.
but some people are crazy, and you gotta leave crazy alone. So we not talking about the crazy situations with the ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends that tear up your car, try to set your house on fire, use up all your money, can't make a grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the past now. Anyways, let's continue. Let's go to your point. It's funny that you brought up expectations, because I brought up this nifty is that a word, nifty calculator that I found on the internet. And you know the internet ain't never lied before.
Never. It's all facts.
100%. I went on Wikipedia the other day and started creating my own facts. I started just typing in everything. They approved it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, internet 100. You can trust it.
Somebody told me Bitcoin was going to 600,000 this year.
I don't know who told you that. I ain't in that, and I ain't trying to get the government to come after me.
Exactly. So there's two different calculators on the internet. This is pretty funny. It's called the female delusion calculator, and there's also the male reality calculator. Obviously, these are not meant to be like objective. Actually, they are meant to be objective, but you have to take it with a grain of salt and kind of think critically of where the numbers are coming from. This is census data from the US Census data, and based off of self-reporting data, such as somebody says, you know, they're this old, they make this income, and you know they're married or not, or they're this race. This is self-reported, so you know obviously if you are on your taxes or census data reporting yourself as, so this is census data where you can report, you know, what you identify as and your race and age and all that kind of stuff. So based on that, let's just go through the tool book. All right, let's just start with the female version. All right, so female delusion calculator basically is just a way to see what are the odds of you meeting your ideal man, right? So ideal man, I don't know, I can't speak, but let's just say you would want a man that's at least 21, that was what he can drink, and no older than 40. You want him to not be married, of course, so he can date you. Any race, minimum height, you know, they always want him to be 6 feet, minimum income 6 figures. Let's just say minimum 6 figures. All right, we keeping the this is low end on the wants. Like this is just like people always hear you want somebody to make 6 figures, you want to be tall, you want them not to be married, you want to be a certain age. Let's figure out how many of these folks exist. Not married, any race, 6 feet tall, any weight. That's anyway. That don't even exclude obese. So this dude can be thick as hell. 100,000. 2.1% of the population meets that standard. So 3 out of 5 delusion score. All right, let's make that search even more. Let's exclude obese. Let's find out now. 1.1%, 4 out of 5. So if you want a tall, in shape guy making 6 figures that's not married and any race, 1.1%. Let's say you have a race preference. You know, let's say you want to on a date a white guy that has that. 0.85%. Let's go right on back. Say you only want to date a black person that had that. Wow.
Less than 1%.
So how can we improve the probability? 5 out of 5, by the way. So you are delusional if you think you're gonna find a single black 6 foot tall person that ain't obese earning at least 100,000. Let's go ahead and say, all right, well, the big brothers need love too. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's get them obese brothers in there. Let's see how that changes the score. You went up to 0.1%. All right. Well, maybe you're looking too young. Let's increase the age by 65. You trying to get that Social Security now. Maybe you get up to 0.2%. All right, and you know that's not me. That's the statistics. Let's just increase it to any race, right? It's not limited by race. And still making 6 figures, still 6 feet tall. 3.1%. So that means out of every 100 men you meet, they will meet your criteria. 3 out of every 100 men will meet your criteria, which ain't bad, right? I guess that's not bad. You can go on 100 dates in a year, right? But I mean, are you willing to go on 100 dates a year to find 3 people that might like you back, because they still gotta like you back. That goes back to the point we were bringing up. If you set the expectation for someone else to have this criteria, are you going to meet their expectation? Right?
Yep.
So let's just look at on the other side. Let's see what their expectation is. Let me try to find that site real quick. Hey, bro, you squinting out there, ain't a little big head? Look.
Right. It's sunny. That's why I call it Florida, Sunshine State. You know, ain't nothing but sun.
Now let me see if the thing work now. I think it works now. Ooh, this looks right.
Yeah, I just used that.
Yeah, this is right now. All right, so let's just say for a man who happens to make, I guess you'd be a good candidate. You ain't 6 feet, but you hit 6 figures. So let's just see. And I'm putting your business out there, so that way maybe you can get a prospect.
I just used this 21 to 40.
21 to 40. So this is you using this is your personal. And once again, when it comes
this
to
is not my personal.
No. Listen. I just want people to not to get upset. Everybody is entitled to their own preferences. You can't tell someone else you gotta love everybody, because everybody ain't gonna love you. We can agree that, right? So why do you gotta love everybody? It is not being selfish, it's being realistic. If you like what you like, you're gonna be happier if you get what you like. Nobody ever said, just give me whatever and I'll be happy with it. And then you end up showing up, you show up to the party with a fruitcake talking about, I thought this is what you wanted for Christmas. There's a reason why people make fun of fruitcake gifts at the holidays, because everybody like, bro, this is dehydrated brick, and you trying to feed it to me, and you want me to eat it in front of you. You see what I'm saying? Just say same thing. Like if I can't force you to eat certain diets if you don't want to eat that way. So why would we relegate people to say, well, you gotta date everybody in order to be happy? Like, no. Some of y'all right now still won't eat mayonnaise. Y'all think it's nasty. Mayonnaise is delicious.
It is. It's terrible.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's terrible.
But that's okay.
Terrible.
Love is a subjective thing. You love what you love, and it is what it is. So my point is, don't take these preferences as, oh, well, you're not accepting of everybody. So no, who you want to spend your life with, man, that has to be a very critical decision. All right, I'm getting off my rant. So let's go back here.
Thank you, appreciate it. Let's
no. Let's just speak to you. You ain't 6 feet, but you about 5'8", 5'7". So let's just put it out there. So what do you want?
Let's do 23 to 35.
35. All right. And be open. Exclude married, exclude mother. Like if you had to pick, if your pick of the litter, what would you prefer?
Exclude married, exclude mother.
You don't want to be a side man.
Exclude mothers. And I definitely didn't want to be no side man.
You don't want to raise nobody else's kids?
No.
All right.
Let's choose African American, or what they call us, black.
You prefer black? Okay, that's fine. I put any, to be real, but it is what it is. Height 4'11".
That's right.
To what, about like 7 feet? You okay with a 7 feet dunker on you?
6 foot.
And you trying to make your kids into athletes. All right, exclude overweight, exclude obese.
Well, that's what black people do. Yes.
You want to exclude them? Okay.
Yeah.
What about income?
Minimum income 50.
You want to make at least 50. All right. You need a reality check, sir. You need a reality check, bro. 0.3%. Not saying it ain't possible, but this means basically out of every 1,000 people, only 3 of them gonna meet your criteria.
Oh, to the beach y'all going? Yeah, I'll be down in a minute then.
All right, let's change your odds. Let's up your odds, bro. Let's up your odds, bro. All right, let's
go to any race.
Let's increase the age to about 40. Let's include the single mothers out there, because to be honest, I mean, after you get to a certain age, it's not surprising that people have children. People have children. You can only have children up to a certain age, realistically, right? Like, or on average, statistically, if you want to have kids, you should have them before 38. Otherwise, you may never have kids, and that's just statistics. You may not. It's just harder. Race, any, height, You know, let's bring the height down just a little bit, bro. Like
no. We can't bring the height down.
All right, 4'11".
4'11" is still short already.
All right. exclude obese, but okay with overweight. I mean, most people are overweight. I'm overweight. You know, minimum income. They really gotta make that much money?
Yeah.
They gotta at least make 50. All right. Oh, your odds went up to 4%. So 4 out of every 100 people you meet might meet your criteria. Let's see what your 2 out of 5. It's not bad, right? But let's go back to the women version right here. So let's just say, you know, statistically speaking, this would be a right age. 21 to 45, exclude married, any shade, minimum height. Let's bring the height down a little bit. This might help out. You know, well, the average height is like 5'7", 5'8". So let's just bring it under to 5'6". We can keep the obese people in, and then now let's just make this 55. What's the average? What's the average male income? 55, maybe 50.
50. I think it's like 50.
Let's just say 50. Boom. Good odds right there. About 1 in 6, 1 in 6, 1 in 7. You might be able to find somebody to meet that standard, but I mean, this is average standards. I'm not saying this is like, oh, this is everybody's cup of tea. I'm just saying, based on the average, it adds up. You might be able to meet somebody to meet your standards, not married, or let's be real. Let's say some people don't have the same morals. They going after all the married folks. You know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care you married or not. Let's see what they talking
like
about.
Being messy. Okay.
Bam. You almost in 1 and 2 now. Yeah, but 1 and 3 right there. You about to get on, sister. That's you right there.
They say get on through.
Let's see for you. What's that talking about? Let's see what happens if you decide that you want to risk your life and go after the married folks with kids, making 50,000 a year. Bam, bro. Almost 8%, 7.5, man. That's like 1 in 12. 1 in 12, 1 in 11, something like that. That's on 1 in 12. You good, bro? So you just got to go after everybody. Anything that moves. If it got a post, jump on it.
anything that moves. Nah, I'm straight.
Yeah. So this is just to poke lighthearted, just to kind of look at the numbers. But this is just for everybody to understand that we all have our standards, but we have to be realistic. Are our standards keeping us from finding a companion? And in the end, if it eats away at you to the point where it's like, no, I cannot be with this person because they haven't met my XYZ criteria, then as long as you're happy, it doesn't matter, right? Because if you're happy being single, it's not a problem. But if you're unhappy being single, then something has to change. And I'm not the best person to talk about this, because I got married before there was Tinder. I got married before there was Bumble, Coffee Meets Bagel, all these apps. You know what I mean? So I know it's harder. Like, everybody wants instant gratification. If the relationship don't work out on day one, oh, she dunked her fries a little too heavy into the ketchup, she gotta go. You know, or oh man, he didn't open the door for me, or he farted and didn't say excuse me, he has to go. You see what I'm saying? People are so quick to not want to work things through. He might have irritable bowel syndrome. He can't help it. But let's look at the statistics, though. I mean, I know you got to run in a second, but you know.
Yeah, I do got to run. I got to take these family photos with my drone. Man, out here.
What little drone, man? Little drone having stuff. Let's just look at the statistics, though. Single parent households. This doesn't. I don't know if it defines it based off of mothers or single fathers, but it says nearly 24 million children live in a single parent family. Right. So to me, the whole aspect of wanting to date a person that don't have kids, I mean, you're just lowering your odds. I mean, it's just common, you know. And it says here, for You said your preference was black women, 64% of black children, 52% of American Indian. Wow, I didn't know that the odds were so, not odds, the statistics for American Indian children were so high. Yeah, white, Asian, and Pacific Islander kids are like least likely with 24% and 15%. Latino is about 40%. So to me, it's like, if you just think about it, you know, there shouldn't be a stigma to dating a single mom or a single dad, right? Because that's just, we were talking about you trying to meet 1 in 3, 1 in 5, or 1 in 20. This is 1 in 2, you know, black persons, whether they're the children or the parent, they gonna be single, or they might be single. So this is for white, it's 1 in 4. Latinos like almost 1 in 2, like 1 in 3, a little bit over 1 in 3. So my point is like, some standards aren't realistic to just say, you know, after a certain age. Now maybe if you lower your standards to like 16 and 18, but then you going to jail, R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying?
You get them fresh out of school. Oop,
Yeah,
see,
right.
man, there you go.
Yeah, but we're gonna wrap it up. This is a nice little short video just to think about. I mean, overall, if you like more of these using numbers to support your standards type of videos, feel free to suggest your ideas and comment below. All in all, you know, find love where love finds you. You know, don't be in a situation just for the sake of not being alone, but at the same time, you know, ask yourself, you know, are your standards too high? Because I already know for real, my standards are low with the company I keep. You see us, how we look. We both wear hoodies every day on the podcast. We don't get
Every
fresh.
day.
We don't get fresh.
No.
All right, go 10 seconds, whatever you want to say.
All right, it's your boy Sanitation. Still out here single. The game is hard, so you know where to find me, aka Sanitation Online. So still single in these streets. Hit me up.
All right, Bird Gang, we out, baby. This man taking the camera. He leaving. He said he about to go look for him. He about to go find him in the streets right now.
Hey, exactly. Because they ain't in the house. You got to be out in the street searching for them.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna find your matches sitting at the house behind a computer.
Exactly.
You got to go look for them.
Yeah.
Like he said, it's already hard enough one in 100. So they ain't gonna be in the house. You got to get outside to go see them.
1 in 100, but you keep it 100 though, right?
Keep it 100.
Exactly. All right, we out, baby. Bird Gang.